Zim, how do you get to travel so often? Seems like you're always on the road. Nas, you gotta be making like real good money over there. You're always traveling. How do you do it? Welcome back to Gone Foreign. I'm Nazim, and today we're gonna work on dispelling some of the myths that you do not have enough time or money to travel. Growing up in an immigrant working class family, traveling halfway across the world for vacation just isn't something that we did. The seed was planted for me about 6 years back when I was on a flight back from Jamaica and the magazine in front of me read, "Solo travel, the best thing you could do for yourself." And I thought to myself, yeah, that's something I would want to do, but I didn't know how, and I knew if I was going to do it, it would take some precise planning, which leads me to my planning series. Today I'm going to go over 5 hurdles that you may face on your way to planning your first budget or backpacking trip. If you find this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. In the summer of 2018, I completed my first backpacking trip to Southeast Asia after about 3 or 4 years of planning. I understand that planning may be the toughest part, and you may not know where to start. These 5 tips will help you finesse those hurdles regardless of your situation and get you on your way to planning your own adventure. Potential hurdle number 1. I don't know where to go. So one of the first things I did is I made a list of all the things I want to get out of vacation. Personally, I like waterfalls, beaches, more like adventure type things, but for you, that could be history or food or architecture. Whatever it is, just make a list of all the things you're trying to get out of a vacation. Find places in the world that have those things to offer. Now that you have a list, it can help collate your thoughts to the point where you can start searching for best times of year to travel. You can now start looking at plane tickets. Once you have that list, it can help frame your thoughts as to potential places in the world that you can go. Potential hurdle number 2. The ticket's too expensive. Buying the plane ticket will be your largest upfront cost of your whole trip. What I did, I would track the price for like over a year, and from that I would be able to find the best time of year to purchase the ticket and the lowest I can get the ticket. When you find the lowest price through your year or whatever period of time worth of research, then when you're ready to purchase the ticket, you'll be able to know what's a good price and what's a bad price. Because ticket prices can vary from like $300-400 to a couple grand. We're talking about pretty wide margins. If you're able to get one of those tickets at close to the floor range, it might become more affordable for you. You can use apps like Skyscanner, Hopper, or Google Flights. It can help you track flights for a bevy of situations. My general rule of thumb is that if you see a plane ticket within $100 of the floor, you should purchase that ticket because it's a good price. Potential hurdle number 3. I have limited PTO. Coming from an American perspective, working a standard day job and trying to navigate PTO can be daunting at times. One trick that I use is that I try to plan my vacations over holidays so I can extend my vacation by a few days. And I know this could be a hard sell to some families, whether you're missing Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's, the 4th of July, or any other holiday. But how I like to look at it as an opportunity for you to plan a get together when you get back with your family or when you return from your trip, and you can share all your new experiences with your family and who knows, maybe some gifts. Trips like this may take some sacrifice. So these are just things to think about. Potential hurdle number 4. I don't have any of the equipment. Planning in advance and extending your purchases over a longer period of time lowers the financial burden of getting the equipment you need for this trip. Large equipment can include like your backpack, video camera, hiking gear, or whatever gear, special gear you may need, just things like that. But what I would do is I would purchase one thing, wait a couple months, purchase another thing, wait a couple months, and over a period of time I would have everything that I needed for my trip. Again, it just lowers the financial burden of buying a couple $100s worth of equipment. Potential hurdle number 5. Who do I talk to about this? Or maybe you just lack support. For me, talking about my prospective trips helped me get connected to people who have done similar things, whether that was through social media or through mutual friends. Being able to talk to someone who recently went to the places that I would like to go can help give me a real life perspective on what I could expect, or maybe some things I could look forward to. One thing you have to be prepared for are for people to project their fears onto you. Taking trips like this aren't for everybody, but if you do think it's for you, just be prepared to filter out some of that negativity. In November of 2019, I'm going to go on my second backpacking trip to Central America, where I will start in Panama and I will make my way all the way up to Mexico. And I want to take you with me. Make sure you click that subscribe button below, and I'll see you next time on Gone Foreign. Thanks for checking out the channel. And while you're here, check out some of these other videos. And don't forget to click the subscribe button below.